And hello. We are back for week 9 of your Hennessey season. Glad to be back. Your Hennessey Eagles coming off of a, I believe, 61-7 win over Blackwell last week. I think a 63-0 victory over Chisholm 2 weeks ago. And a 21-14 victory over Perry 3 weeks ago. That sounds about right. So, it's safe to say the Eagles coming in on a bit of a hot streak. They are so far 5-2 on the season, 3-1 in district play. They're ranked third in their district. Alva coming into this game is, let's check. They are 3-4, 2-2 in the district, coming off of a win at Chisholm, 44-12, a win at Blackwell, or at both of those games are at home. So win versus Blackwell, 44-17. A loss to Newkirk 3 weeks ago, 28-38, and a loss to Millwood, 66-16. So, not Blackwood. Whoa, wow! I just said Millwood, not Blackwood. Okay, Alva is coming on a 2-game win streak versus the same teams Hennessey has played, and Hennessey has allowed a total of 7 points and has scored no less than 61. So, We'll see how Alva does. We'll see how Hennessey does. Coming into this game, it would give Hennessey a big, route to the playoffs if they are to win this game. It is a big game for the Eagles. It would make them 4-1 in district play, and then if they were to lose out, meaning they would lose to Millwood and Newkirk, they'd be 4-3. Your captains tonight are Seth Simonek, Langston Smith, Antonio Robles, and Regan Sturgill. Behind them, Sebastian Gonzalez, and Brandon Valles. Your refs tonight, referee Greg Copeland, umpire Leroy Jetson, linesman Bobby Irwin, line judge Mark Kraft, and back judge Jeff Yeck. The Eagles, like I said, three-game win streak. So we'll see how they handle this game versus Alva. Alva is probably their most evenly matched team that we've played up to this point. Hennessey won the toss. They are electing to receive, so they will get the ball to start the game. But Alva, according to the coaches, are probably playmaker-wise the most evenly matched team the Eagles have seen this season. And the reason I say playmaker-wise is because Hennessey's season has really been built on just a lot of just big plays. I think it's probably majority 50-yard touchdowns. So we'll see if Alva is able to minimize that, because obviously you don't want to give up multiple 50-yard touchdowns like the Eagles have multiple times this season. But the team leaders coming into this game, Seth Simonek in receiving yards per game with 93.6. Rushing yards per game goes to Titan Hicks with 89.6. Your total touchdowns, Seth Simonek with 10. Brandon Valles with the most tackles per game at 8.6. Zach Tillman leads the team in sacks with 5. Seth Simonek leads the team in interceptions with 4. Titan Hicks obviously in passing touchdowns with 21. Seth Simonek in receiving touchdowns with 10. Titan Hicks with rushing touchdowns with 8. QB Hurries Cam Griffin with 4. Completion percentage and QB rating on the season is a .583 completion percentage, so over 50% by a good margin, and a 117.4 QB rating for Titan. And as a freshman, his stats have been pretty good. Coming into this game, probably the hottest player for the Eagles is honestly Weston Smith. 2 touchdowns versus Chisholm, and then 2 touchdowns last week versus Blackwell. Up to this point, he had 0 touchdowns. So the last 2 games having a total of 4 definitely ups his confidence. And, giving them, a confident Weston Smith, and here comes the Eagles. But giving them a confident Weston Smith along with, already Seth Simonek and Kevin Trillo, who Seth obviously has been great Um, but Kevin has really had a much better season than last year. His first drop of the season came last week. Um, and in limited target share, he has been a very efficient player, has a good amount of touchdowns this season. I don't know the specific number. But Kevin has had a very good season. Um, so if they have Seth, Kevin, and Weston all at their full potential, this offense will be scary. Along with Langston Smith, Sebastian Gonzalez, and in a fully healthy offensive line, backup running backs like Zach Tillman, Justin Harden, even Abe Prieto, who came in last week, got a touchdown. So we'll see how the Eagles manage versus Alva this week. Here comes the kickoff return team. Kicking off for Alva is, let me pull up their roster here. Looks like it is number 24, Jackson Roberts. Oh, I forgot to play interviews. Oh, that's unfortunate. If I can, I'll try to get interviews between the first and second quarter. This week we had Coach Sprayberry and Weston Smith. And Sprayberry, I mean, no surprise, was our best interview to date. And here is the kick. And we are off. It goes to... Who is that? Oh, my God, he breaks it. Oh, it's Andres Gonzalez. Up the middle of the field. Great return by Andres. Andres has been... This might be the first week that he's back in... I mean, I don't even remember. Andres has not played in a while. Seeing, number 3 on the field it's a plus for the Eagles, definitely. And he gets the kickoff return, takes it up to about the 47-yard line, and Eagles take over 1st and 10. I have a feeling I know what the first play might be. It's going to be a screen to either Kevin or Weston. Most likely. Yep. Goes to Weston. He takes it up the sideline. Good block by Seabass. And he gets inside the 40, down to the 39. They're going a bit quickly here. Trying to hurry up, get Alva tired. Make those playmakers work. Here they go. It's going to be a quarterback power to the right side. Titan pushing. Titan is going to be a first down. Taken down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, the first one of the night. This is promising for the Eagles. They're still going a bit quick. Everyone pretty close to the line here. It's going to be a handoff to Seabass. Left side, it is shut down by number 9, Reichen Kraft. And that's going to be a big loss. It'll be a 2nd and 14 from the 39. It is pink out for the Eagles, so the numbers they're really hard to see from where I'm sitting, and they're probably very hard to see on the broadcast. So if you can't see the numbers, I do not blame you. Titan drops back, scrambling, and throws it out. Or throws it away. And it's going to be a 3rd and 14. We'll see if the Eagles drop here. Should be 4-down territory. Although, Luis has a boot. He's got to work on accuracy. I wonder if Luis can make it from here. That's 57 yards. I don't think so. Or 56 yards. Yeah, no. Obviously, they would not kick it from here. It's 4-down territory. But Titan rolling out. It's going to be a comeback route. Good ball. And Seth Simonek caught out at the 22-yard line. Sorry. And that's a 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. And it's going to be a quarterback power to the right side. He has solid blocks, fighting, and is taken down. Tackled by Lance Mathers. And he gets about 3 yards, 4 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 6. This is where a lot of the Eagles' touchdowns have come from. If it's not from outside 50, and it's going to be a screen pass. Ooh. Well, bubble screen, I think. Incomplete. So it'll be a 3rd and 6. Zach Tillman and Gunnar Carthel into the game. Gunnar is going to line up at tight end. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper to the right side. Cuts it upfield. And Titan inside the 10. And a 1st and goal now for the Eagles. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Only one receiver on the field, that being the senior Seth Simonek. Titan takes it to the left side and gets hit off of his lineman and goes down. I think got to maybe the 5. Yeah, he got to the 5. Did he? Can't tell. Yeah, he did. Weston Smith onto the field now. In for Zach Tillman. So they draw up here. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. And it's going to be a play action to the right side, and he is sacked. Back all the way at the 19-yard line. That's so big for Alva. It's going to be a 3rd and goal from the 19. Yeah, I mean, 2nd and goal from the 5 to 3rd and goal from the 19-yard line. And Kevin Trillo onto the field, in for Gunnar. And timeout called. First charge for the Eagles. So we will go to a short break. Eagles, 3rd and goal from the 19.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school
Was I muted? Oh my goodness. Please tell me I wasn't muted for that entire sequence. This is 2nd and 10 from the 48. And Seabass swallowed up at the line of scrimmage and taken behind Alva territory, tackle for loss. Oh no. Yeah. A few inches behind the 50-yard line. I really hope I wasn't injured, or not injured, muted for that fumble. I think I probably was, which is very unfortunate. But I was saying it's a huge play for the Eagles because, I mean, like, that's probably a 40-yard completion, and he threw it as far as he could. I hope that's as far as he can throw, or else he just left it super short. And Titan Hicks pushes forward for about 10 yards inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 4th and very short. They're getting to the line really quick here. Seth Simonek back on the field. And it's going to be another quarterback power to that right side. That's a 1st and 10 and a little bit more. First and 10. I guess, I mean, I didn't miss much, but I just missed the fumble, which is very unfortunate. And slant to Kevin is behind him and dropped. Kevin had daylight too. Just got to hit the slant. But the Eagles they started really hot, and they got pretty cold. The pass game is, it's a little iffy. I mean, they've had the 2 routes to Seth that have got a lot of yards, but other than that, it hasn't been too crazy. Gunner in at tight end, Jessen in at running back. And there's a flag. Is this going to be a delay of game? Yep, delay of game. They're going to be brought back 2nd and 15 from the 37-yard line. Kevin back onto the field. Jessen does stay on. The sophomore linebacker. No, he doesn't. Seabass on. Looks like they're going to change up the play call. 2nd and 15 changes, because that was probably a run to Jessen. I believe the run's called Lucky Charms, which happens to be because he's ginger. Anyways, 2nd and 15 from the 36, and they just not, I guess there's confusion or something. I guess they're going to run it with Seabass. He gets up the middle. Don't think Alva was expecting that, and he's going to push forward to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and 8. Now, I can definitely see how Alva would not be expecting an inside zone there from, like, 2nd and 15 because the run game that's not Titan has been very inefficient for the Eagles. I mean, it'll be, like, one big run, maybe a game for, like, Jessen or, like, Zach. But other than that, it hasn't been great. Come back to Seth. What a catch. I think that's Seth. Yeah. What a catch by Seth. I mean, that's good defense by the corner, Drew Glass. But, I mean, he stayed on him on the comeback, I guess, expected the route, and then Seth caught it anyways. So, what can you really do if you're the corner there? You played good defense. You were all over him. You knew a route was coming, and you just... He was better. It's going to be pass interference, I believe. So maybe it wasn't good defense. Yep. Pass interference. 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So they gain about 2 yards from accepting the penalty. And it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 15. We'll see how the Eagles operate in the red zone this time. And it's going to be a pitch to Weston. Cuts it upfield and is shut down. Really good tackle by Lance Mathers. And he gets to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be a 2nd and 10. It's going to be a quarterback power, quarterback keep to the right side. Wasn't really a power because maybe it was, but he went much closer to the sideline than he usually goes as he is pushed out of bounds by Philip Randall. And it'll be a 3rd and 6 from the 11. It's going to be a quarterback power to the left side. And he gets to the 6-yard line. It's going to be a 4th and 2. Zach and Gunner into the game. A quarterback power to the right side. I think he got it. No, he didn't get it. Oh, he got to the 5, but I don't know. Oh, he did get it, and it's a 1st and goal for the Eagles. He pushed forward just enough. That's huge, and they have another shot at 1st and goal. Didn't go too well last time. They're looking to improve on that. Wow, that's huge. I mean, he probably got a few inches in front of that one. Because I believe the yard marker was at the 5, and he got to the 5. So, that's real close. Same play call. And Titan is in. Touchdown, Eagles. As they score the first points of the game. Eagles lead 6-0. Looking to tack on the extra point. They do that, I feel like at least once a game, where it's just, hey, pass game, if it's not going to get going, I'm just going to run what they can't stop, and that's quarterback power. You just run it left, right, left, right, left, right. And, I mean, if he gets 3, 4, 5 yards every single play, and that's not counting the plays where he gets 9 or 10 or maybe even breaks it even bigger, then, I mean, he's going to get every time, and a 2-point conversion is going to work. And the Eagles lead 8-0. We will go to a short break. Eagles, 5-yard rushing touchdown for the freshman quarterback, Titan Hicks.
Streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Luis Montoya tees off. Drake Wharton back to return. And they're going to squib it. And it is downed. Guess he had his knee down. Recovered by, I'm not even going to try to say that last name. Covered by number 35, Hunter. It's PF Lighter. Pflider? I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Alva, a huge play last time. The receiver had 20 yards separation, and then he got severely underthrown, and a good play in the backfield. Seabass and Jessen hit him at the line of scrimmage, bring him down after a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 from the 37. Oh, and he is shut down immediately. Looked like Zach Tillman got him. Back at the 34. Yeah, back at the 34. It's going to be a 3rd and 11. Gonna have to pass it this time. If your receiver gets 40 yards of separation, let's hope they don't, I guess I'm not going to hope they don't overthrow him, but for Alva's sake, they got to not underthrow the receiver. 3rd and 11. He drops back, pass over the middle, and it's way far. Well, that's a lot different than what happened last time. It'll be really scary when they find the middle ground. Zoom in, like a little bit. Is it on that far side? You see? It's like you don't need, like, the players' heads. 4th and 11, and Philip Randall sets for the punt. Gets a punt off. It's a pretty solid punt. It's going to be out at the 39-yard line. Eagles take over 1st and 10, try to tack on a 2-score lead. This is a big drive for the Eagles. Big drive. If you can tack on a 2-score lead, if they can do what they did versus Perry and just not defensively or just team collapse like they did versus Perry. They were up 21-0 3 weeks ago versus Perry, and then they cut that game much closer than it had to be. If they can do that, 3-score lead versus Alva this week, but then, capitalize and just continue to pile it on, the Eagles are going to look good going into what's going to be their toughest game of the season next week versus Millwood. And it's going to be a play action. Pass to the right side is caught by Seth Simonek. Didn't get many yards. They really like that comeback route today. Oh, he got no yards. 2nd and 10. Oh, he lost yards. 2nd and 12. Zoom out here. Make sure you have Weston. Second and 12 from the 37. Drops back. Screen to Weston. And he fights, but he maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. No, he didn't even get that. He got 1 yard, and it'll be a 3rd and 11 from the 38-yard line. 1:30 to play here in the 1st quarter. Eagles taking up a lot of time. Alva's run 2 plays in the first drive and 4 plays in the second. They've run a total of 6 plays. The Eagles have run a whole lot more than that. 3rd and 11. Trying to get him to jump off sides. It doesn't work. And the timeout called for Hennessey. 2nd charged. So we will go to a break. When we come back, Eagles 3rd and 11 from the 38.
it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them.
And we are back momentarily. Eagles timeout to see what they are going to draw up here. Third and 11. It'll be a fake handoff to Weston, and Titan will stretch to the 45-yard line. And it's going to be a 4th and close. 4th and 5. 4th and 4. And they're lining up real close. Another timeout, the third charge. So we go to another break. Eagles do not have a timeout. Eagles do not have a timeout left in the half.
Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's.
And as we come out of the timeout here shortly, Eagles have a 4th and 4 from the 45-yard line. This is a tough call because it puts Alva in in Eagle territory if you guys don't get it. But then again, it's only 4 yards. Eagles get 4 yards all the time. They're lining up really close. Seabass, Langston, and Gunner loaded up on that right side along with the offensive line. And the snap is fumbled. And he is brought down all the way back at about the 35-yard line, and Alva will take over 1st and 10. That's the worst case scenario. Man, that can't happen. That can't happen. That's probably like a 70% chance that he gets, 4 yards right there. He's done that a majority of the season every time he runs that same play. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle and pushing, but brought back. Maybe got 2 yards. Lance Mathers on the carry. It'll be a 2nd and 7. And the quarter will come to an end. And I will try to play this interview. We interviewed Coach Sprayberry and Weston Smith. Hopefully I can get it all. It's 2.5 minutes long. And Sprayberry, our best interview to date. We're here for week 8 of interviews with Weston Smith and Coach Evan Sprayberry. So, first question for Coach: what do you coach?
I'm the defensive coordinator.
All right. So, what's the game plan this week versus Alva?
To limit explosive plays by number 4, the running back, and number 2, the outside receiver.
All right. So, how big is a win this week for your chances at the playoffs?
It's huge. With a win this week and a win by Newkirk versus Perry, we are locked into the playoffs.
All right. So, what goes into making a game plan each week?
Hours of film study, breakdowns, seeing tendencies, repping plays in practice, scratching stuff off that you don't like, and changing. You can always change stuff last minute and add it on game day, and just rolling with whatever you think looks good.
All right. So how do you think having a good relationship with your players, affects the team?
I think having a good relationship affects them because of how they play, just their effort. You have coaches in the past, or I've had coaches in the past that you didn't really want to play hard for because you didn't really think they had your back, or they didn't really have your best interest at heart or in mind. And I think if you have a good relationship with your players, I think just the vibe of the team is better, the overall confidence is better, and just
Go back. So, we're back. Drake Warden took the carry to the right side, lost a yard. It'll be a 3rd and 8. We got pretty much all of the Sprayberry interview in. We'll try to get Weston's section in here soon. But, I mean, Sprayberry, if you didn't watch the interview, he said the Eagles' playoffs chances, they need a win this week, and they need Newkirk to beat Perry. And the Eagles are locked into the playoffs for the first time in, I mean, if you're not counting the COVID season where everybody made the playoffs the first time in a long time. Like 2021, they didn't make it. 2020, everyone made it because of COVID, so I wouldn't count that. 2019 did not make it. 2018, I don't think they made it. So I don't remember 2017. That will be, it is at the very minimum the first time since 2017. Unless they made it in 2018, but I really don't think they did. And it'll be a 4th and 5 from the 31-yard line. Drops back, screen pass to the right side. He's going to get the first down, cuts it up, and gains more. Out at about the 19-yard line, inside the red zone for the first time tonight for Alva. A 1st and 10. From the 19, it's going to be a handoff. And he is shut down. Drake Warden on the carry. Brandon Valles and Cam Griffin on the tackle. It'll be a 2nd and 8 from the 17. Trips to the bottom. Pass is a screen to Drake Warden, and a good tackle by Weston Smith. And it'll go to a 3rd and 8. He got back to the line of scrimmage. Cameron Henning checks into the game. Third and 8 to be a handoff to Drake Warden. Looks like he might pass. No, he will not. He takes it and breaks off one, but it is brought down. Didn't get many yards. Got about 3. It'll be a 4th and 5 once again. They were in this situation not long ago. You know, 4th and 5 from the 14-yard line here in the second quarter. See if the defense can pull together a stop. And he has pressure, rolls out to his right side, pass to the end zone. He's wide open, and it's a touchdown for Alva. Number 2, Weston Tucker in the back of the end zone, wide open. That's his second time being wide open this game. The first time, ball was underthrown. That time, that ball was on the money, right in the hands, back of the end zone, and Alva score now 8-6. They'll try to probably tack on a 2-point conversion, try to tie up this football game. They will. 4 receivers out. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to get in. Alva ties it up. Following a 14-yard, 4th and 5 passing touchdown. I mean, that's just That's honestly, that was good quarterbacking right there by Dalen Malone. I mean, he escaped the pressure, was able to throw on the run, deliver a really good ball to the wide open receiver, Weston Tucker. I mean, that's just that. I assume that's probably missed assignments. So I mean, it's like Weston Tucker just has an invisibility blanket on a few plays. Because especially on the one that was underthrown, like I really did not know how he got so open. Like there was no one within probably 10 yards of him at least. So, and then that one, I mean, I didn't see anyone either. So it might be just missed assignments, or it's like, oh, they didn't account for that guy. I mean, I don't know. But he's been wide open already twice, and there's 8:42 left to play here in the second quarter. And a tie game, so 8-8. The Eagles, like I said, need a win big this week. And a little squib kick caught by Brandon. Diving catch, great catch. Down to the 44, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Millwood and OCS are going to have a good game today. It is ranked number 3 Millwood versus OCS. It is 6-6 in the second quarter. And in the Newkirk game, it's 40-19. So Newkirk with the win. And all Hennessey needs to do is win this game to lock themselves into the playoffs. Oh, and the ball is dropped by Weston Smith. A screen to him on the far side. And it's going to go to a 2nd and 10. Huh. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Titan takes it up the middle. Kind of. Gains about 5 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 5 from the 49-yard line. Langston Smith lining up at wide receiver there in like a slot position next to Kevin. And it will be passed to Kevin. Cuts in the middle, makes another guy miss, but gains about a yard. So it'll be a 4th and 4 from the 50-yard line. And the punt team looks like they're coming on. A surprising decision, but the Eagles really haven't done anything on 4th down today. I mean, it hasn't been pretty on 4th down. So I don't blame the decision unless this is a fake. Oh, it is. He's lined up super close. They ran the leopard. I forget what the play's called, but Jessen. They ran that versus OCS. I forget what the play's called, but basically they snap it to Jessen. He fakes the handoff to Seabass, like underneath. And then he takes it himself, and Jessen Harden a 1st and 10 to the 40. Hey, he told me he wouldn't run that play. Rolls out to his right side. Titan makes one miss, and then scrambles, takes it for about a yard. It'll be a 2nd and 9. Ooh, why can't I think of that play? Oh, it's called ginger ale. I knew it was another ginger joke. So a 2nd and 9 from the 39. Pitch to Weston Smith to the left side, cuts it up, and a good play by Weston Smith. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. He's down 24-yard line. Oh, no, 28-yard line, sorry. Timeout on the field. Alva's first charge timeout. Oh, it's an injury timeout. Number 10 down on the play. He does get up on him on his own. He's going to walk off on his own, so that's good to see. But yeah, back to the Jessen play. They really like to make ginger jokes whenever it comes to Jessen running the ball, being Lucky Charms. And Lucky Charms, the mascot, is a leprechaun. Leprechaun's Irish. Irish ginger. And obviously ginger ale pretty much speaks for itself. But a 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And it's going to be a fake to Weston. Pass to Seabass is a story over his head. And it'll be a 2nd and 10 from the 28. See, that had to be a perfect ball, or he either wasn't catching it or it was getting picked. Unless he just made a great catch, because number 18 was right there. So he would have, like, if it was a perfect ball on the numbers, he would have got hit hard. It would have had been a really good catch by Seabass to hold on through contact. Although, I do not doubt that he could do it. Regardless, 2nd and 10 from the 28. It's going to be a slant cobra. Kevin wide open. I don't even think that was a slant cobra, but he did catch it. No, I don't think it was. I think it was, I don't know, because Kevin was lined up inside of Weston Smith, and I guess it was like fake the screen to Weston. Ooh, I think it was that. Faking the screen to Weston, then Kevin's running a fade. Gets wide open. And Titan did not quite get in. A 1st and goal from the 6. Will be taken to the 1. 1st and goal from the 1. Titan will. Did he get in? Yes, he did. And a touchdown for the Eagles. They regain the lead. So, without a point after attempt or a 2-point conversion, Eagles now lead 14-8. Set up by a big reception by Kevin Trillo, his first of the game. And looks like, wonder what they'll do here. It looks like they're going for a PAT, but they didn't last time. No, they're not. They're going for 2 once again. And it's going to be quarterback power, left side. He did not get in. So, following the 1-yard rushing touchdown for Titan Hicks, his 2nd of the game, the Eagles lead 14-8. We go to a short break. When we come back, Alva will get their 2nd possession of the 2nd quarter.
So we're here with the 2nd interview with Weston Smith. So first off, what position do you play?
Wide receiver and corner on defense.
Okay, so what is the best part of game day, Friday Night Lights?
I'd say definitely the just before the game, just hyping up in the locker room.
All right. So how has a few big games in a row helped you in your confidence?
It's shown me what I can do, what my potential could be, and just show me what I can do on defense.
All right. So how well have you matched up against Alva this week?
On the skill position, we're pretty evenly matched. On the D line and offensive line, we're pretty better than they are.
All right. So which side of the ball do you think you played better on this season?
Definitely offense.
All right. Thank you.
So I felt like it was right to interview Weston after his 2-touchdown game versus Blackwell, 2-touchdown game versus Chisholm. And Luis sets the kick. He's going to kick that squib. It will get to the 25-yard line. Return taken out to the left side by the QB. And he cuts upfield and is brought down at the 45-yard line. Tackle made by, I think, Carson Riddle. Around 2A in the second quarter, Pahuska leads Sequoia 18-7. I'm just going to pick a few scores out here. Frederick is beating Crooked Oak 21-0. Luther and Meeker 13-12. Millwood OCS 14-6. Millwood on top. And there's two flags. Don't know who this one is on. I think it's going to be on the offense. Yep, false start. It'll be a 1st and 15, brought back to the 41-yard line. I'll pick two more scores. Blackwell and Chisholm tied at a whopping 0. The battle of the defeated. No, Blackwell is not 0-7. Squirtle has it wrong. They won their first game, so never mind. Chisholm's looking to get their first win. First win in at least, because they didn't win one last year, and he is brought down. Ball is on the ground, and the Eagles recovered. I believe the Eagles recovered. Zach Tillman, strip sack. Oh, it was recovered by Alva. Oh, I don't know who got there first, but I don't know who it was, but I know it was an Eagle. I know I saw blue flying to that football. Regardless, it's a 2nd and a mile and a half. 2nd and 26, back at the 30-yard line. The first down marker is at the 44-yard line. So even if it wasn't the Eagles' 44-yard line, it'd still be a 2nd and 14. And flag on the play. Oh, I think they're going back again. See what the call is. 4 of them meeting, and by them I mean officials, meeting in the middle. Still chatting. Penalty on both teams, so they will negate each other, and it'll be a 2nd and 26 from the 30. Zoom out of it. Make sure you get 2. That's good. 2nd and 26. He is going to take it himself to the right side. Tackled by the brothers, Mauricio Valles and Brandon Valles. Third and 18 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back. He's got a lot of time. Pass to the right side. Good defense by the Eagles. That's Kevin Trillo in coverage. And it's going to be a 4th and 18. Good defense by Kevin. And the punt team coming on. Philip Randall punt. Kingfisher playing McLeod this week. The score is 0-0 here in the second quarter. The punt is off. Wow. High punt. Good punt. Bounces inside the 25. Will be recovered at the 26. Eagles will take over 1st and 10. That was the best punt he's had all day. And by all day, I mean like even in warm-ups. Like in warm-ups, it was like, for some reason he was like rushing it, even though it was him in the center. I guess maybe that's just like in preparation for, the game. But regardless, Eagles take over 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. 4.5 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles leave no time on the clock. If they get into the end zone, that is. If they don't, there will be time on the clock. Unless they get down to like the 4-yard line and then just don't punch it in. I'd be surprised by it, but and pass to Weston. Smith takes it the left sideline, or down the left sideline. He did not get a first down. Got real close. Or did he? Yeah, he did. A 1st and 10. Didn't look like it, but I'm not the official. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line now. And fake to Seabass. Ooh, in the hands of Weston Smith and dropped. That was almost trouble, other than the fact that it was dropped, because a corner was in the vicinity of Seth, but behind him. So if that was, like if that ball wobbled, more high in the air, that was for sure an interception. I feel like that's just been a problem all year for the Eagles. Like, if it's not like it's like a 50-50 chance on if the ball is going to be caught. Oh, Titan Hicks, big yardage, and is out near the 48. Yeah, the Alva 48, and it'll be a 1st and 10. But as I was saying, I mean, it's like a 50-50 chance on if the ball is going to be, like, if on a pass play, that it's going to be successful. Because I feel like if it's not, a bad ball, it's dropped occasionally. So I feel like those got to be figured out by the playoffs. It's going to be a far side screen to Seth Simonek. Cuts it towards the middle of the field and spun down inside the 40-yard line. To the 39, 2nd and 1 up close. They're going pretty quick here. Going real quick. Quarterback power to the left side. He breaks off one. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Driving pretty well here. Looks like they're not going to leave time on the clock. Or they are going to leave time on the clock, sorry. Unless they pace themselves here a bit. Whew. 1st and 10 from the 33. 2 receivers at the bottom. Seth and Weston. And they're going to throw it that way. The fake screen to Weston. The deep ball to Seth. Wow! What a catch, Seth Simonek. Oh, down at the 1-yard line. This might be the 3rd rushing touchdown for Titan. What a catch. A fake screen to Weston, and then they just heaved it up to Seth. And he makes a lot of catches like that. I mean, I feel like he makes those catches more often than he does on, like, screens and slants. He did not get in on the quarterback keep. It's almost like, he's just better when it's a tougher catch. Which, I mean, hey, I'd take that over a receiver that can't catch anything on a one-on-one. And Titan stopped short again. Oh, no, he did. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. He did get in. So, touchdown for the Eagles. I didn't see the official raise their hands. But Eagles put it into the end zone following a big reception for Seth Simonek. It'll be 22-8. Preceding this 2-point conversion attempt. Trips to the top. He rolls out to his right side. Pass to Weston is caught. And the Eagles tack on the 2-point conversion. It is 22-8. As we will go to a break. When we come back, Alva with the ball. 3 minutes and 7 seconds to play here in the first half.
Booster Club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Go back a little early here. Eagles, an 8-play drive going 74 yards to tack on their 3rd touchdown of the day. Titan has 3 rushing touchdowns. A 5-yard rushing touchdown, a 1-yard rushing touchdown, and a 1-yard rushing touchdown. So I said in the pregame that they probably have had majority touchdowns over 50 yards. I do not think that anymore. Because 3 touchdowns inside 5 yards is kind of a lot. Granted, I did not watch the Chisholm game, unfortunately, so I don't know how many touchdowns were inside and outside 50. Regardless, Luis Montoya, it's a kick. And, oh, wow, a rocket to number 8. He's going to take it to the 40-yard line and is swarmed and pushed back. But they will call him down on forward progress at the 40. 1st and 10, Alva. 2:58 to go here in the first half. They really got to score here. Because if they score here, they get the ball at half. And then that's their chance to really tie up the game. But it would take 2 very good drives from Alva, which I don't know if we'll see that. They've had 1 good drive up to this point. And it's going to be a handoff. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that formation has worked a single time today. 2nd and 11 following the tackle for loss. Sebastian Gonzalez in the backfield. But, I mean, like, they line up with, like, the QB, fullback, running back. Like, they have 4 people lined up. In a row, vertically. And they still don't have enough blocking to get, even 4 yards. And he's going to fake it. It's going to be a deep ball. It's going to be Seth Simonek in coverage. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know who PI is going to be on. I think that's going to be on the offense. Number 8, Drew Glass. Unless it's not even PI. But, I mean, he did kind of toss Seth down by his jersey. Otherwise, that probably would have been an interception. What will it be? Talking to the coaches here. I wonder even what the coaches would do here. Like, because if this is PI, it'd be like 3rd and 11 or 2nd and 26. Yeah, it is pass interference on the offense. And they're going to accept the penalty. So Alva's going to go a long way back. And I do not blame the coaches here at all. I don't know why I would blame them. I do not disagree with the coach's decision here. Because, I mean, while it's quote-unquote a risk, like it's 2nd and 26 back at like the 19, no, not the 19, like the 11-yard line, I think. And I mean, maybe they do get it, but from what I was shown, I just really don't think they're going to be able to. It's going to be a quarterback keep to the left side. Oh, it's going to be an option. Oh, wow. And he's going to, okay, well, just disregard what I said, because I said I highly doubt, or I don't know if I said I highly doubt, but I literally just said I do not think that they're going to be able to get, all those yards back because they've very rarely done it, but they did. It was a speed option. That's honestly a very good play call. I really didn't think that they'd run out of this formation. I guess it's probably the best formation you can run out of. You have 3 people blocking. But, okay. In hindsight, 3rd and 11 would have been the better decision. Obviously, you do not have a psychic on your sidelines letting you know what's happening. And the throw out to the right side by 2 Lance Mathers falls incomplete. It'll be a 4th and 4. Ooh, they're going to punt. This is an interesting decision here from Alva. Gives the Eagles a minute and a half to score. I guess you'd rather them have a minute and a half to score from, their 25-yard line. It's going to be a line drive punt. Kevin's going to get to return this one. He's going to take it to the sideline and is brought down. Good tackle there by Aiden Faison. And a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. A minute and 21 seconds here. I would not be surprised if the Eagles score at all. They've had so many first play touchdowns this season. I feel like they've definitely had more first play touchdowns this season than they had all of last season and probably 2020, because I do not remember 2020. But they have had so many first play touchdowns that I really do not put it past them to score here. But obviously you don't expect that. Unless you're just, the best team in the country, then hey, maybe you do expect a first play touchdown every time. But I doubt the Eagles do. 1st and 10 from the 35. Yeah, no, they weren't looking for it. It'll be Kevin to the right side. He has speed. Breaks off one. And big hit by Lance Mathers. Ow. That's a big play, though, from Kevin. Like I said, or not a first play touchdown, but like I said earlier in the game, it's just big plays. A big play for Kevin earlier. A big play now for Kevin. A big play from Seth. It's big play city here in the town of Hennessey. And a 1st and 10 from the 47. I guess he stepped out back at the 47. Drops back. Pass down the seam to Weston. Oh, no! What a ball to Weston. It might have been tipped. Oh, what a perfect ball from Titan. Up the seam, a good route. Or I guess it isn't, a great route. You're just running straight. But a good play call. Was able to break the seam. And, it was a good ball. It might have been tipped. It was inevitably on the ground. And it will be a pass. Seth downfield. Good defense. Again, trying to go for a big play. That time it doesn't work, surprisingly. And it'll be a 3rd and 10 from the 47. Honestly, Alva's done a pretty good job at preventing those plays. I think, this may be an overreaction, but I think it finally, here in Week 8, teams have learned to stop the slant cobra. It only took at least 4 touchdowns on it, and lobbed up to Langston Smith, but it falls incomplete. Almost caught by the coach. So it'll be a 4th and 10. See what the Eagles do here, but it maybe teams have learned how to cover the slant cobra and how to cover that cover beater. And looks like the punt team is coming on. I don't think they're going to fake it this time, but I've been wrong many times before. And he will punt it. Ooh, good punt. That might be his best punt of the season if he gets a good bounce. didn't get a great bounce, but it will be down inside the 15-yard line, down to the 14, and Alva will have to go, quick math, 86 yards in 47 seconds. We'll see if they're capable of that. They do have playmakers. It's just a matter of getting it out to the playmakers, whether it be, you know, a handoff and good block set up and he's able to just bust it out to the sidelines, or, you know, wide receiver that gets wide open, you leave out a good ball, and, I mean, you know, he's probably gone. But it's a matter of, you know, we'll see how they get it to these playmakers, because they have 47 seconds to go 86, and it will be, that's a cool play. That's a cool play. It was like a screen pass to Weston Tucker, and then it was flipped to Drake Wharton. He did not get out of bounds, so it's going to be 30 seconds. I mean, Alva still has 3 timeouts left, so if they really wanted to try for this, they could. It's going to be a 2nd and 4, clock ticking. I don't know what's going on. Oh, resetting the clock? Yeah. Resetting the clock back to 29 seconds. Second and 4. He's going to take it himself to the right sideline. Makes one miss, makes one more miss, and is tackled at the 35, brought down by Gunnar Carthel and Andres Gonzalez. They're driving pretty quick here. Alva is first. Oh, goodness. 1st and 10 from the 35. And Alva's going to take their first charge timeout. I mean, it's definitely possible for Alva to put it in the end zone here. Yeah, I mean, definitely possible. They have gotten wide open at least twice on routes by Weston Tucker. So maybe they run another one of those and, you know, luck into another, you know, wide open. Or, like, they just get lucky, set up, or block set up great. I guess it wouldn't be lucky, but they block set up great, and someone, you know, is able to make a play, get out to the sideline, or just, you know, have a wide open hole up the middle, which I don't think would happen, but I'm obviously not going to jinx anything. Eagles might be playing prevent here, as that's 5 DBs on the field, that being Weston Smith, Jacob Johns, Seth Simonek, Carson Riddle, and Kevin Trillo. Yeah, they are in prevent. They don't want anything to go over their heads, as it's four people out wide for Alva. He's going to drop back. It's good pressure. He escapes the pressure. He's going to throw to Drake Wharton. And it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, 17 seconds here to play. In prevent, it'd be pretty hard for Alva to get something going, because I do not think this quarterback has an arm that can throw like 60 or 70 yards. I feel like you're not going to find a lot of quarterbacks like that in 2A Oklahoma football. So Eagles in prevent is going to be hard to, you know, get it over them. And flag on the play. False start on the offense. It'll be a 2nd and 15. Yeah, it'd be pretty difficult to score here. Not gonna lie. 2nd and 15 from the 30. 17 seconds, 70 yards to go. Officials talking. Don't know what about. Maybe asking how his day was going. 2nd and 15. Drops back, pass in the flats to Drake Wharton. to the left side. He has speed and gets out. Before the first down, it'll be a 3rd and short. 10 seconds left. Here in the first half. 3rd and 5 following a 10-yard reception. And hey, actually, if you're Alva, I really wouldn't want to lob it up. Because if if Weston or Seth or Kevin intercepted, there's a good chance that play, that was almost it. I was going to say it's a good chance that they could take that back. That pass was thrown up the middle for, who is that? Is that Weston Tucker? No, that is not Weston Tucker. That is number 8, Drew Glass. Incomplete. Good defense by Seth and Carson. We'll see what they go for here. Two people rushing, and they still get pressure. I don't know who else was with Brandon, but them being able to get pressure, very impressive. It's a 2v5 there. Regardless, we will go to half. The Eagles lead 22-8. There are 3 touchdowns, very eventful. A 5-yard, 1-yard, and 1-yard rushing touchdowns, all from the freshman quarterback, Titan Hicks. Alva had a 14-yard passing touchdown into the hands of Weston Tucker. As we will go to half, if you would like to watch our interview with Coach Sprayberry and Weston Smith, feel free. We will be back. Alva will receive to start the second half.
We're here for week 8 of interviews with Weston Smith and Coach Evan Sprayberry. So, first question for Coach: what do you coach?
I'm the defensive coordinator.
All right. So, what's the game plan this week versus Alva?
To limit explosive plays by number 4, the running back, and number 2, the outside receiver.
All right. So, how big is a win this week for your chances at the playoffs?
It's huge. With a win this week and a win by Newkirk versus Perry, we are locked into the playoffs.
All right. So, what goes into making a game plan each week?
Hours of film study, breakdowns, seeing tendencies, repping plays in practice, scratching stuff off that you don't like, and changing. You can always change stuff last minute and add it on game day, and just rolling with whatever you think looks good.
All right. So, how do you think having a good relationship with your players, affects the team?
I think having a good relationship affects them because of how they play, just their effort. You have coaches in the past, or I've had coaches in the past that you didn't really want to play hard for because you didn't really think they had your back, or they didn't really have your best interest at heart or in mind. And I think if you have a good relationship with your players, I think just the vibe of the team is better, the overall confidence is better, and just the way they play.
All right, thank you. So we're here with the second interview with Weston Smith. So first off, what position do you play?
Wide receiver and corner on defense.
Okay, so what is the best part of game day, Friday Night Lights?
I'd say definitely the just before the game, just hyping up in the locker room.
All right, so how has a few big games in a row helped you in your confidence?
It's shown me what I can do, what my potential could be, and just show me what I can do on defense.
All right, so how well have you matched up against Alva this week?
On the skill position, we're pretty evenly matched. On the D-line and offensive line, we're pretty better than they are.
All right, so which side of the ball do you think you played better on this season?
Definitely offense.
All right, thank you.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your...
And welcome back for a short period of time. I just felt like I should talk about the game a little bit, but first give you some scores around 2A as I pull it up here. The Eagles tonight, 22-8, which, I mean, does it paint the picture? I mean, I think it does. Eagles having 22 seems a little bit wild because it feels like they haven't had like fantastic drives that they're able to put up 22 points in 2 quarters. But I mean, when they do have those great drives where everything's clicking, I'd be excited to see what the Eagles are able to do in the second half. But Kingfisher McLeod tied up 0-0 here in the third quarter. As I try to look for 2A. Oh, it's because I have Kingfisher typed in. Yeah, that makes sense. Alva comes onto the field. And around 2A, Bethel losing to Crossings 21-0. Davis beating Atoka 21-13. Holdenville beating Kingston 22-7. Salina beating Caney Valley 52-6. Eufaula beating Valiant 49-0. Okmulgee tied up with Kansas 6-6. Chisholm beating Blackwell 7-0. Colgate beating Tishomingo 23-6. Hugo beating Spiro 14-7. Luther beating Meeker 34-30. Frederick beating Crooked Oak 36-0. Kiefer beating Beggs 14-8. That's rank 9 playing rank 10. That's a big game. Prague tied up with Warner 0-0. Jones beating Chandler 20-0. Millwood beating OCS 22-6. Lindsay beating Community Christian 12-7. Henrietta beating Okama. Okama? Not Okama. It's definitely not that. I don't know what it is. 46-8. Pahuska beating Sequoia Claremore 18-7. Washington beating Purcell 33-0. Marietta beating Lexington 8-0. Your Eagles beating Alva 22-8. Heavener beating Wilburton 35-0. Westville beating Morris 6-0. Veneta beating Adair 23-14. That's a very close score because Veneta is ranked 8 and Adair is 1-6. So that's a surprise. Idabel beating Antlers 48-0. Your Eagles onto the field. Rejoice Christian beating Nowata 49-0. Kellyville beating Star Spencer 13-6. Sequoia Tahlequah beating Roland 8-7. Victory Christian and Sperry set to start soon. And Newkirk, I guess they played yesterday. Won versus Perry 40-19. And I also learned from Patrick Griffin that the Eagles are not locked into the playoffs if they win this game. It would take the Eagles losing to both Millwood and Newkirk, and Alva winning their next 2 games as well as Newkirk. So we will see what that would make a 3-way tie. And I don't know what would happen there. I think it would be points because that would mean a win over Alva and a loss to Newkirk, which is, I don't know. Alva, their schedule, their next 2 games are, it does not want to show me their schedule. They play OCS and Perry. That's 2. Perry won't be that hard of a game. But OCS, if Alva's able to beat OCS, I think would give them the edge over Hennessey because Hennessey lost to OCS. That would be a huge win for Alva. So it would be, I just don't think Alva has it in them to beat OCS. But I mean, that would be a huge win, and I think they would get in over Hennessey, and the Newkirk would get in over Hennessey if they were to obviously win over Hennessey, and they play Blackwell. So Blackwell is going to lose to Newkirk. It's as simple as that. If the Eagles are able to win versus either Millwood or Newkirk, then it locks them in 100%, as well as closing on this game. Millwood, I've talked about it. It's getting closer. Is going to be such a tough game. I mean, it's at home. It's senior night, so they have something to play for. It's in front of the home fans. But, I mean, Millwood has playmakers. A 3-star running back. I'm told by a player on the team that they have a 6'4" receiver. I will not, tell you the validity of that because I do not know. But if they really have this 6'4" receiver and they have this 3-star running back and they have a good quarterback, I mean, like, Millwood they've been really good this season. It's simply put. I mean, they are 6-1. Schedule this year, their one loss is to Heritage Hall, 35-28. They beat Douglas 45-0. Scott City 30-20. Alva 66-16. Chisholm 56-6. So, if it's anything like the Chisholm score, Hennessey would win because Hennessey didn't give up anything to Chisholm and put up 63. Beat Perry 41-0. Newkirk 44-0. See, that's the big one, Perry. Eagles played Perry too close, 21-14, and then Millwood beat Perry 41-0. I would say Newkirk's a big one as well, but I mean, winning 44-0 over Newkirk, and Newkirk's been very good this season, which is quite surprising. Eagles play Newkirk away, and last year Newkirk got pretty heated. There was a fight between Zach Tillman and a Newkirk player. Remember that pretty well. Zach was, I believe, suspended for a few games. Yeah, Newkirk was not very fun last year. Well, actually, it really was because it was the homecoming game, and they got a huge win over, Newkirk, who liked to talk. So we'll see. I mean, Newkirk's much better than they were last year this year, so we'll see how they play that game, but they're worried about this game right now. And Luis sets the kick, and it will go out of bounds. So I believe it's going to be spotted at the 35. Alva will take over 1st and 10. They lost the kick, and Hennessey chose to receive. So Alva receives to start the second half. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Alva has had one good drive. I mean, they've had good plays, that get them, 12, 13, 14 yards. They've had a lot of plays like that, but then it's mixed in with an incomplete pass and a 2-yard rush and, another incomplete pass, and it's like, wow, that was uneventful. And they're going to play action, pass to the right sideline, flag thrown high, and he's going to get past the 50, flag thrown back in the backfield on the sideline at the 38-yard line. So we'll see what the call is. This might be on. Holding on offense. That is unfortunate, as it's going to be a 1st and 20. Unfortunate for Alva. 1st and 20 back at the 25-yard line, following, what would have been like an 18-yard gain. So, mistakes like that become a big problem. Because if they go like 3 and out here, I mean, pretty easily said that they'd really want that 18-yard, first down in the first play, give them a bit of momentum right back. But quite obviously they don't. And they're going to... Okay, interesting play. Handed it off to Aiden Faison, and he got nothing. Like, 1st and 20, the most yards you have gained is, like, probably 4 on that formation. Like, they just haven't got anything. Your stats from halftime. The Eagles, 18 first downs to Alva's 4. Total yards for the Eagles, 222 to Alva's 130. Total yards rushing for the Eagles, 98 to Alva's 46. Drop back. Jessen's. What a sack. Jessen Harden in the backfield. Big play by Jessen, and it'll be a 3rd and mile to go. Turnovers, Alva has 1, Hennessey's 0. Penalty yards, Alva has 35, and that's not counting the holding call as there is an Alva player down. Hennessy's 1. Alva, obviously 1 touchdown to Hennessy's 3. Titan has 148 yards passing. His longest was a 32-yard pass. 54.2% completion percentage. Titan Hicks has 76 yards on the ground for 3 touchdowns on 19 attempts, but I believe that also counts sacks. I could be wrong. Sebastian has 12 yards. Jessen has 10. Receiving leaders, Weston Smith, 5 receptions for 30 yards. Seth Simonek, 5 receptions for 78 yards. Kevin Trillo, 3 receptions for 40 yards. And that's your offensive stats for the half. I do not have defensive stats. The Alva player is still on the ground, so we will go to a short break. Hope he gets up soon and hope he gets up well.
School's Booster Club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Third and 28, back at the 17. Following the injury timeout, which was following the Jessen Harden sack, which, I'm going to stop there. So, third and 28, 4 wide. They're going to hand it off. That's bold. But he does get pretty good yardage. He cuts it upfield and is tackled. Good tackle there by, I think, Andres Gonzalez. Cameron Griffin on Andres and Cameron, but Cam is down. I was going to say it's bold, but, like, I mean, he got, 13 yards, and it's still a 4th and 14? Yeah, that's tough. Cam is hurt, which, not fun, indeed, because obviously it's not fun because it's an injured player, but that also means that the Eagles have one offensive lineman that can come in for him that has experience, because they have 6 offensive linemen with experience, right? And it's Kaysen, it's Big T, it's Regan, Cameron, Brian, and Gunner. Like, that's your 6. And behind them is Kenny Davis, Jesus Sanchez, and Cameron Henning. So 3 freshmen that have, I mean, Kenny has come in a few times. That's not like, he's come in a few times that isn't like, hey, we're up by 700. Hey, come in and just block for a few snaps. So, yeah. Also, Gunner has to switch his jersey because 40 is not an eligible jersey number for an offensive lineman. Cameron is on the sidelines. He's standing, so that's positive. Still has his helmet on, so. They are gonna punt. It's a really good punt. He's punting much better in the game than he was in was in warm-up. So very good for Alva, because he just punted it to the 26-yard line of Hennessey from his 31. A good punt, and the Eagles will take over 1st and 10. Oh, Cameron's back on there. Okay, so he's good. He's good. Which is unfortunate for Gunner, because that either means he is not coming in at tight end anymore, or he's going to have to change his jersey once again. Which I'm sure you don't mind if your player is not hurt, obviously. So, Eagles, 1st and 10 from their own 26. Langston out wide with Kevin. So won't be surprised to see a far screen to Kevin. Titan looking that way. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a fake to Weston, Titan is going to take it up the middle. Trying to force Gunner's jersey off. Hey, Gunner, maybe you get a bigger size. I mean, when you have 4 people tugging on your jersey to get it off, I feel like that's your key. Rolls out to his right side. Titan avoiding pressure. Pass to Weston is caught down the right sideline and brought down. Flag on the play, brought out at the 46-yard line. What's the penalty? Brought out at the 45. Incidental face mask. Whatever that means, it's a 5-yard penalty. And a 1st down and 10 for the Eagles at the 50-yard line. Eagles could really put this game not out of reach, but make it a very, very difficult comeback. And the pass on the left side to Seth. Flag on the play. I don't know why I thought Weston. We'll see what the penalty is. This might be DPI. Officials talking. He was kind of like, I believe you can, I mean, I don't know anything, but I believe you can make contact within the 5. Oh, it's going to be holding. So, yeah, not DPI, but it will be, pretty good yardage for the Eagles. It's going to get them a 1st and 10, I think. Yeah. 1st and 10 from the 40. So the Eagles get a free 10 yards. And this one is going to go to Seabass, the right side. He has a block by Weston, and Seabass inside the 20. Seabass finally getting going in the run game. Finally. The blocks are setting up for him, and he's, it's taken until Alva. Because, I mean, maybe he was good against Chisholm. But he didn't get much for Blackwell last week. And it's not like I'm not going to sit here and blame Seabass. Like, the blocking just does not set up on a lot of the plays, and he just gets hit in the backfield. I don't know. Titan's going to take this one on the fake sweep. I don't know if that's a sweep. He gets to the 11-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and 2. Gunner in for Kevin. And it's going to be a handoff to Seabass. That's going to be a first down. Inside the 10-yard line. Eagles, it's going to be a 1st and goal. I don't know what the raise of the roof sign here is from the official. 1st and goal from the 7. And Titan is going to take it. He falls forward to about the 2-yard line. He's going to take it to the same side, and he is not quite in. Looks like they're signaling for same play. 3rd and goal, he takes it to the right. And he got it. Touchdown. A 3rd 1-yard rushing touchdown. And the 4th rushing touchdown of the day for Titan. Unless, is he not in? The official lied to me? Okay, no, he wasn't. Okay. I was very confused. Well, they didn't put it on the scoreboard, okay? It's always confusing when I look at the scoreboard for a while, and then they're just standing at the 1-yard line. And it's like, okay, he got in, right? And fumbles on the snap. And the Eagles do not convert on the 2-point conversion. They now have a 20-point lead. I feel like I'm going to get, comments from some of the players like, oh, Gunner can't change his jersey. He's 40 and 56. We only have one size. And it's like, I know. I'm just, laughing at Gunner because he has 4 people pulling off his jersey. But I'm sure I'll get someone telling me that. Regardless, Eagles, very good drive, capped off by another rushing touchdown by Titan Hicks. The 3rd 1-yard rushing touchdown. I won't say who, but I had promises from a lot of players that they were going to score touchdowns, or score this touch, or score 1 touchdown, score 2 touchdowns. And none of them pulled through, other than Titan. But Titan said a number that I will not say because he told me not to. So, unless he hits it, then I'll absolutely say it. But the undisclosed amount, I'm looking at you, Jessen and Kevin. And Luis with the line drive. Caught. Takes it. Ooh. Good return by number 8, Drew Glass. He got past the 45 to the 46. 1st and 10 for Alva. It's going to be a play action. Pass. Oh, he's wide open. How does that happen? That's going to be a 40. That's going to be a 54-yard touchdown for Alva. I don't see flags. Philip Randall, 54-yard touchdown. That's. I just don't get what happens. I mean, Sprayberry obviously not happy because that guy. I mean, Philip Randall just got wide open. That's happened multiple times today. That just can't happen. In this week, it can't happen versus Newkirk, and it especially can't happen next week when you play the toughest opponent you will play all year. So, I just don't know how that happens. It was a play action. They've run probably that same play multiple times, and Brandon Valles got back there, or disrupted the two-point conversion. It was picked off by Kevin Trillo, although it's not an interception. So, Alva with a one-play, 54-yard touchdown to Philip Randall. I mean, that's at least 3 times that, they've just gotten wide open, and I have no explanation for it. I mean, obviously, I don't know defenses. I don't know the coverages. I don't know whose man is who, unless it's a press, and it's okay, obviously, the corner's got that guy, but I don't know who had Philip Randall. But, I mean, that's 2 touchdowns now for both of their touchdowns, and they should have 3 touchdowns of just guys that were left so open. What's his name? Weston Tucker, his first touchdown, I mean, it was wide open. One of the first plays of the game for Weston Tucker was just underthrown, or else it would have been a 50, 60-yard touchdown, and that one is a 54-yard touchdown where nobody was around him. And I just, it's confusing to say the least. Anyways, they will tee it off and kick it right back to Hennessey. And it will be fair caught by Abe Prieto. And the Eagles will take over 1st and 10. At the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Eagles coming off of a good drive. Capped off by an unorthodox touchdown, especially for this game. 1-yard rushing touchdown for Titan Hicks. I feel like he just has never had one of those. Despite the 3 this game. 1st and 10 from the 27. 3 receivers out. He will roll out to his right. Pass on the corner route is over Seth's head. Incomplete. So it'll be a 2nd and 10. I feel like despite the score on offense, I feel like there's been similar amount of faults to positives. I guess negatives to positives. Titan has probably a 50% completion percentage, and I mean, granted, I don't know what the high school average is, but I feel like there's just not a lot. Seth gets, oh, goodness. I don't know whose fault that one's on. Seth, it was a fade to the right sideline, and it was inbounds, I believe, and just a little out of reach for Seth, but yeah, back to what I was saying. Average completion percentage in the NFL, granted, is Like, for the good quarterbacks, it's usually between, like, 65 and 70. So, 50%, I mean, granted, he's in high school. He's 15, probably. So, you don't expect a 70% completion percentage, especially with the amount of big plays that Hennessey runs, but a lot of them could go for more. Not go for more, but there could be a lot more if there wasn't, errant throws or drops. A 6-yard rush for Titan Hicks. He's going to bring it to a 4th and 4 to the 33-yard line. And flag on the play, 3. I think it's timeout for the Eagles. I think, yeah. Timeout for the Eagles, their first charge of the half. So is there a penalty or is there not a penalty? Because I think all officials saw that. Because all 3 of them, or not 3 of them, but 3 of them threw penalties, and there is a total of 5. So, Eagles looking to talk this one over. 7 minutes here left in the 3rd quarter. I would go to a break, but I feel like it's too late now. So, I guess I'll sit in silence. No. 4th and 4 from the 33. So, it's an interesting play call here. Looks like the punt team's going on. Okay. It's really risky from there because it's 28-14. So, it's a 2-score game from your own 33. And Alva just got a 54-yard one-play touchdown, or first-play touchdown on you. So, if you were to give it to them on the 33, there's a very high likelihood that this game is, 21, 28, or 20, regardless. You get the gist. And penalty. Oh, wow. And Seabass got, like, the most satisfying roll I've ever seen. Like, that was just perfect. But I think a full start, and they'll be brought back 4th and 9. I was looking at the punt. So 4th and 9, rather than a 4th and 4. Okay. And this time, another really good roll, because that one rolls to the 45, which that could have been so much worse, because that was like, I think that probably hit the ground at like the 35, the 40. So a really good roll. But the first punt would have been much better. I mean, that rolled all the way to the 20. Granted, that's considering Alva would have just never touched it and let it roll. But so 1st and 10 for Alva from the 45-yard line. He will hand it off. Aiden Faison with the 2-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd and 8, tackled by Brandon Valles. Brandon makes a lot of plays off the edge. I mean, last year he was in a safety role. Well, last year he might have been injured for like the whole season, so never mind. But he would have played a safety role to my knowledge. And the pass is incomplete. Hard hit. But the Eagles are definitely going to miss Brandon next year. They're going to miss all the seniors, obviously. But Brandon, defensively, I think has been really good. I mean, like coming off the edge, he's quicker than the big tackles you're going to see. Like those tackles, they probably run a 40 time of like 7 seconds. 6 seconds, 7 seconds. And then Brandon, I mean, he just blows by them. And he's versatile, so, I mean, they're definitely going to miss him. But they have a player like him in Zach Tillman coming off the other edge who's going to be here for next season. And Drake Wharton. Very good carry. They handed it off to him at, like, their original line of scrimmage, and he gained about 10 yards on the carry, getting out to the edge. It's like they run that formation a lot, but when they don't run that formation and they just hand it off to Wharton, or like every time they hand it off to Wharton in that formation, he gets more yards than the rest of them combined. I say that, and Lance Mathers gets to the edge, and Lance Mathers breaks off one. And he breaks off another. Lance Mathers. Oh, my goodness. Wow. A 44-yard rushing touchdown for Lance Mathers. He broke off one, and then he broke off a second, and then he broke off a third. Lance Mathers, what a carry. I guess I just completely jinxed that. That entire game, that formation has just not worked. Like, they probably handed it off to Lance for 2 yards, probably 200 times. They've handed it off to Faison for like 3 yards, enough times. And right there, that was like the same exact play except to the right side, and it gets shut down before the 2-point. But Hennessey, their lead is trimmed to 28-20. I mean, I just don't. That's not a play issue. Like, it's not like the Eagles, like, were so caught off guard by that handoff, they just didn't tackle him, ever. He broke off at least 3. I know he broke off 1 at the line. He might have broke off 2 at the line, 3. I don't know. I wasn't counting until he was in the open space. But he got past another, stiff-armed another, and then just ran over the next. So, yeah, I mean, Score quickly changes. I mean, what was it, 28-8? And now it's 28-20 with 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. I mean, I said it at the start of the game. They have playmakers. Alva is pretty evenly matched with Hennessey in playmakers. Like, plays like that, they're going to happen. It's just a matter of limiting those plays and making it to where, you know, obviously those plays don't happen. It's going to be returned by Kevin Trillo. He gets out to the right sideline, breaks off a tackle, and he gets up the sidelines and is hit hard out at the 45-yard line. Good return by Kevin Trillo. But, I mean, they've limited the quarterback pretty well. The receivers are usually covered, but, I mean, they've gotten just completely free 3 times. And, I mean, they just had, you know, a 44-yard touchdown where it wasn't, I mean, it was just simply a tackling issue. Granted, Lance Mathers, I don't have his height and weight, but he looks huge. I mean, he does not look like a linebacker. I don't think he'd be playing linebacker on our team. It's going to be a handoff to Seabass. He is met in the backfield, breaks off one, fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Eagles really like to punch it in here. 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. You want that cushion back. I feel like Alva has a lot more life in them when it's a 1-score game rather than a 2-score game away versus a team that has lost 1 district game. Oh, and the snap is... Oh, it's not a good snap. Or I don't know if it was a good snap, but it was dropped by Titan. Ooh! He's done that once this season, where it was a bad snap, and then he just heaved it downfield. This time it was not caught. It was just heaved out of bounds over the head of Weston Smith. I don't know if it was intended for Weston or he was trying to throw it out and it just happened to go over Weston's head. But he's done that once this season, so it's not like it's impossible, but it's pretty improbable. So a 3rd and 10. The Eagles just have random, like, snap issues. And I don't know if it's like the snap, a deep ball to Langston Smith, and it's not going to be caught. Good defense by Drew Glass. That'll be a 4th and 10. But, like, they just occasionally, like, I don't know if, I mean, I can't tell if it's a bad snap or if it's just simply Titan not handling the snap. Punt team's coming on. Yeah. Not good. Not good. 3 and out for the Eagles. After a good return and giving up a 44-yard touchdown. Good punt, though, from Seabass. He will not get a good roll, though. It'll be inside the 25, down at about the 23. Alva will take over 1st and 10 in hopes to tie up this football game. They've had a very good half. 2 drives, a 54-yard passing touchdown to Philip Randall, and a 44-yard rushing touchdown for Lance Mathers. They have to go 77 yards. We'll see what they try and do. Malloy's going to take it himself. Out to the right sideline and tripped up. I say Malloy? Malone. Gets 3 or 4 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 6. Rolls out to his left side. Pass to Mathers is dropped. I mean, like, Alva has, like, they have 4 playmakers there in the backfield. Like, Wharton has shown he can make a play. He's had a lot of, 12, 13, 14-yard rushes where he breaks 1 tackle and then is, like, out to the sidelines. Malone has shown that the quarterback Malone, he's shown that he can, make a play. He can get out. He can, obviously, as their quarterback, he can throw a deep ball. But he can also, he's quick as they pitch it to Wharton, and he is shut down. Aiden Faison, from playing baseball against him, I know that, if he gets out in space, he's quick. He's also 6 foot, like 200 pounds, so he's big and he's fast. He has not had a great day today, as good defense from the Eagles is going to force a 3 and out for Alva. And then Lance Mathers has he wasn't doing great up until the 44-yard touchdown. So, Alva just has, when you have 4 playmakers in your backfield, you're bound to have 1 big play at least. And the punt, pretty solid from his 27 to the Eagles' 34, as they will take over 1st and 10, looking to do the opposite of what they just had, a 3 and out. It's like, I just don't know what to make of the Eagles' game so far. Like, yeah, they have 4 touchdowns, all of them inside 5 yards. And they've had big plays in the air, but they haven't had, like, a lot. The pass game itself just hasn't been as successful as it usually is. I don't know what to make of it. So he may pass to Seth Simonek. That's just good defense. 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Like, I just don't know how to word the 28. Like, maybe like a sloppy 28. I don't know. They have not played their best football. We'll put it like that. And penalty. False start, so they're going to move back 2nd and 15 to their own 29. The Eagles have not had penalty issues this game so far. Like in the first half, they had 1 penalty for 5 yards, opposed to Alva's, who in the first half had like 3 for 35 or something like that. And the screen to Seabass, and he is leveled by Lance Mathers. It does gain pretty good yardage. Oh, it gains a lot more than 7. Well, about 9. It'll be a 3rd and 5. To the 39. I mean, they got to get a first down here. It's going to just be another, 3 and out. It's going to come back to Seth. Good defense. Be a 4th and 5. Yeah. I mean, I could kind of tell what route that was. I'm sure the corner could too. It's going to be a 4th and 5. Huh. Not good drives from the Eagles. They've come out in the second half. I mean, just the first drive was really good. It was really good. I mean, but the drive since, ugh. Seabass though. I feel like his punch just get better every week. Beautiful roll. Inside the 15. To the 11. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for Alva. They have been tasked to go 89 yards if they want to attempt to tie this one up. Like, I feel like I'm not wrong, saying, like, this just gives, like, flashbacks of, like, a Perry game. Like, they were up 21-0 on Perry. So they were up 21 points on Perry, and it'll be a pitch out to the right side, almost brought down by Jessen, but it is brought down following about a 10-yard gain. It will be a 1st and 10. But, like, they had a 21-point lead versus Perry, and the game ended 21-14. And then they had a 20-point lead on Alva, and now it's 28-20. The Eagles just, I don't know if it's like they have to come out stronger in the second half, or like, obviously they do, but like, I don't know what it is. If it's a mental issue, if it's just, they don't expect, if it's just better, like, play calling, or, adjustments made by Alva, but we'll see. The pitch to Drake Wharton gained a few inches, as it'll be a 2nd and 10 from the 22. Yeah. We'll see how the Eagles do for the rest of this game, next game, and Newkirk. And hopefully the playoffs. I think this one is going to be a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, offsides. Well, encroachment. So it'll be a 2nd and 5 now. From the 27. It's going to be to the right side. Malone tackled. Gunnar Carthel on the tackle, but Malone gets, enough for the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 32. Just got barely enough. Pretty good drive from Alva so far. See if they can capitalize and continue. He escapes. Pass wide open, and he makes Seth miss. Can Andres catch him? No, he can't. A 68-yard touchdown for Alva. Drew Glass. Brandon, not happy. I mean, I just don't. I don't get what the change is here. Like, they've given up 44, 54, and now, what did I say? Like 68, 64, 66? I don't know. Man. Like, Alva, if they tack on this 2-point, has tied up this game from what was 28-28. They're not going to get it. So Hennessey retains a lead, but it's only 2 points from what was 20. And it's all on touchdowns over 40 yards. It's a taste of their own medicine, really. Like, that was just it was a cross route to Drew Glass. He got past Seth. And then when he caught it, he completely made Seth miss. And all he had to do was beat out on Drace in a foot race to the end zone, where he got a 10-yard head start. So, Eagles have to make an adjustment, both offensively and defensively. The offense, other than the first drive, have just not been good. And the defense, I feel like it's self-explanatory that in, I think, 4 drives, maybe 5, they've given up 3 touchdowns, none under 40 yards. So, Eagles in the third quarter have been outscored 18-8. I think it was 20-8 going into half. This one's going to go to Seth. He's going to take it, cuts it up the middle, and flag on the play. He get up to about the 47-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is. Face mask. Another incidental face mask. I really didn't know that was a penalty. So, a 1st and 10 inside Alva's territory. This is their best field position of the half. They have to get something going here. Alva has literally all the momentum. I mean, A 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Zach Tillman. Good run for about 5 yards. Close it up. Thank you. So 2nd and 6 from the 43. Seabass back in at running back. It's going to be a QB power, and it's shut down. Lance Mathers in the backfield. And the third quarter is coming to an end. We'll see if the Eagles try to get one more play off. I don't think they're going to be able to. We will go to a break as the third quarter comes to an end. Eagles, a rough third quarter. A good first drive, but then just haven't been good since. So we'll see what they do here in the fourth. Eagles still lead, though, 28-26.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training
So, as we start the fourth quarter, Eagles have the ball 3rd and 8. Titan takes it, and Titan is, I think, gone. Yes, he is. A 45-yard touchdown, exactly what the Eagles needed. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. This one a bit different than all of them, as the distance of this touchdown is, can't do math. I don't know why I'm so, lost. 37 yards difference between all of his touchdowns and that one. That was a 45-yard rushing touchdown. Before that, it had been 5-1-1-1. And they're set for the PAT. It is good, but there is a penalty. And that's exactly what the Eagles needed. I mean, he hit into a gear I've never seen from Titan. And they're going to get much closer here. But, I've never seen Titan that fast. Never. It wasn't like he got to the edge. That was just right up the middle. And he just outran everybody, which I didn't expect from, the 6'3", 200-pound quarterback. But I guess it's just a plus of being a very good athlete. 34-26, they're going to go for 2. Titan is going to take it, and Titan is in. So the Eagles, a double-digit lead, back to 36-26. So we will go to a short break. Eagles, within 8 seconds, put up 8 points.
Prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to
36-26. I'm going to go for this same way of kicking off, where Luis kicks it as hard as he can when the ball is sideways. And he kicks bullets. And it's going to roll inside the 30. Takes it up the middle. Ooh, what a tackle! Mauricio Valles spears him into the dirt. Well, the grass, but great tackle by Mauricio. And they're going to mark it at the 35, 1st and 10 for Alva. Alva's kicking into second gear here in the second half. We'll see if they're able to repeat that success here in the fourth quarter. A run up the middle, and he gets solid yardage. But a 2nd and 4. I mean, the numbers are so hard to see on pink out. And they stay this way for the rest of the season. I mean, it's so hard. Pitch to the right side. Wharton is shut down. Cameron Griffin. Four-yard TFL, and it'll be a 3rd and 8. after a big play. Langston in on defense. And Zach Tillman with the sack. Zach Tillman leads the team in sacks for a reason. That might be number 7. I think he has 2 this game. That's huge. Alva's going to have to punt. That's huge, Zach Tillman. He has made so many plays like that. That's why I said earlier when I was talking about Brandon, like they have a Brandon-esque player in Zach who will still be here next year and will just be much improved, or even more improved. It'll be a 4th and 18. He just flies off the edge. Like, it's so hard for tackles to get both Brandon and Zach. Like, it's just like an unaskable task. Unaskable? I don't know what the word would be. Regardless, Eagles following the punt will be down at about the 48-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 as the Eagles look to gain their big lead back. Up by 10. Look to tack on a little bit more. I feel like Zach just like, so far for the season the Eagles have had, he kind of just symbolizes everything that the defense has been. I mean, just big plays. I guess the defense hasn't been big plays, but, I mean, they've had big plays. Yeah. Symbolize what the Eagles have been just as a team. Like, so many big plays. Zach has had, I forget what game it was. I think it was Perry, where he just had, like, multiple just huge sacks along with Jessen. And now this game, he's had 2 sacks, including that one, forcing a punt and giving the Eagles the ball back. That's going to be a handoff to Jessen. He has space. Jessen kicks it out to the left sideline. Jessen has a boom! Jessen Arden lays him out. That was Hunter, whatever his last name is, Paflider, I think. Hunter Paflider, I'm going to say that. Jessen ran him over, although, is there a penalty? No! I feel like Jessen and Tillman get like 1 carry a game, but it's always like just an electrifying, like fun run. Ooh, it's going to be unnecessary roughness. So they're going to get 15 yards tacked on to that carry. That's huge for the Eagles. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. So they go from their own 48 to Alva's 25 after an unnecessary roughness and a Jessen Harden carry. And Titan's going to take it and tackled after a few yard gain. Not much. Second and 7 from the 22-yard line. And right up the middle. Gets about 5, as it'll be a 3rd and 2 inside the red zone now. You good? So a 3rd and 2. We'll see if they run same play. Yes, they will. And that one is going to be a 1st down. Inside the 15-yard line at the 14. Eagles have a 1st and 10. They've had a good drive so far. They've had just a really good 4th quarter so far. this has been exactly the response you need after just getting killed in the third quarter. As it's going to be a slant to Seth Semenek, low and not caught. But after just a disaster of a third quarter, after their first drive, this is a great response from the Eagles. They had a huge touchdown for Titan. And now he's going to take it to the right side. Titan trying to cut it up the middle. And I believe he got a first down. First down and goal for the Eagles. And my mic is really loud. Let's tone this down to here. No. Here. That works for now. I don't think I'm going to be jumping for joy on a 4-yard touchdown, but Titan does get pushed. And not quite in. He's going to get to about the 1-yard line. It's going to be a second and goal from the 1. I believe. Are they going to give him a 5th rushing touchdown? No, a 6th? Yeah, they will. Titan Hicks, 6 rushing touchdowns, and 4 of them from 1 yard out. Oh my goodness. So he has 4 1-yard touchdowns, 1 5-yard touchdown, and 1 45-yard touchdown. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. 4 1 yards, 1 5-yard, 40, and a 45-yard. Wow. He's going to try to tack on the PAT. Good hold, good kick. And the Eagles lead 43-26. As we will go to a break, Eagles responding perfectly here in the fourth quarter.
Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
I have a very fun stat. Titan Hicks has now tied Tabor Johns for the most rushing touchdowns in a single game in Hennessey history. Tabor's record stands from 2014, where he had 6. So if Titan gets one more, he will have the record for most rushing touchdowns in a game as a quarterback who happens to be a freshman. And it's Hunter. Ooh! Hunter Beflider is met by Zach Tillman and Mauricio Valles. As it'll be a 1st and 10 for Alva. This this feels like the drive that you need points. And Drake Warden is slammed down. Cameron Henning. Second and 14. Wow. Cameron Henning made the switch to D-line an O-line like randomly in practice one day, kind of like Kenny Davis did, and now he plays D tackle, and he just made that TFL. And it's going to be a play action. Pass is caught by Glass. Forget his first name. Blake Drew Glass. And that's going to be a first down, I think. Brought out of bounds by Jacob Johns. Yeah, 1st and 10. I don't know what it is, but every single time that they have run like play action, they've been wide open. Which I don't know, it's just weird to me. Hey. And it's going to be a handoff, Drake Wharton. And he has explosiveness, and Jacob cannot bring him down. Oh, my goodness. He, like, stiff-armed Jacob, but Jacob stayed with him. And then he kind of just ran with Jacob on him for a first down. Kevin came in to help him. And it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 44, Alva driving. And play action. Heaves it downfield, and it's going to be caught. Another play. Another play action where he's wide open. I mean, that one wasn't just wide open, but that was just, it was a corner that, I mean, like, he got enough separation that he makes a catch. That's Philip Randall on the catch for 19 yards? 44 minus 25? I don't know, I could sound stupid. Good blocks, and he will be brought out of bounds. That's the QB, Dalen Malone on the carry. Run out of bounds by Mauricio Valles, and it'll be a 2nd and 4. I just like, It's like cross routes and corners where it's just one-on-one and they're torching them. And I think he stretched forward for the first down. Yes, he did. 1st and 10 for Alva inside the red zone now. Or they were, but now they're inside the 15. But I think it's just like, I think that the Eagles are in man coverage. And cross routes and corners are usually a way to beat man coverage. And they're going to dump it to the big boy, Lance Mathers. And he is brought down by Jacob Johns and Mauricio Valles. Three-yard gain, it'll be a 2nd and 7. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be a keep, actually. Tricked me. And Malone. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Says the line judge. And a touchdown for Alva. I said they needed a touchdown, and they got one. There's 4.5 minutes left to play. The score is 43-30. Yeah, 43-32. 4-3-3-2. They're going to go for the 2-point. And he's going to keep it, and he is brought down. Justin Harden and Brandon Valles bring him down on the 2-point. See, that is, like, it doesn't seem like a lot because you think 2 points. But in the second half, they've had 4 touchdowns. And they have not got one 2-point conversion, I believe. Which, that'd be 8 points. It would be 43-40. Eight plays for 72 yards for Alva. Just a really good drive. Efficient. And they just weren't stopped. But, I mean, like, you have to tack on those. Like, 2 points matter so much. Like, 2 points and extra points matter so much. Because this game would look a lot closer if you got all those 2 points. Or even if you just got extra points, like it'd be 43-36. Like right now, this is an 11-point game. Like this is a 2-score game, and there's 4.5 minutes left to play. Hennessey's gonna get this ball at least twice. Huh. And flag thrown. And it's going to be on the kicking team. They're going to be brought back, I think, 5 yards. Something infraction. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, so they're going to have to kick it 5 more yards than they usually would. Kevin and Weston are back deep, and they're lined up at the 25. No, the 30. So Abe is going to go back with both of those two. It will be fair caught by Kevin. I guess he was told to do that. I don't know. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from the 25 or 24. I feel like it'd be really fun to see Titan get this 7th touchdown. This 7th rushing touchdown, break the record his freshman year. Huh. 1st and 10, 24, so they have to go 76 yards to effectively end this game. They're in a pretty run-heavy set. They're going to hand it off to Zach. And he's making multiple people miss. Zach Tillman is going backwards now. He just refuses to go down, which is exactly what you want out of a running back. Like, he literally will not go down. I take it he's going to be he's going to be the starting running back next year. And then senior year, it'll probably be Jessen. And by senior year, I mean it would be me and Jessen's senior year. Like, the Eagles are going to change starting running backs probably every year for the next 4. 1st and 10 from the 36. But, like, the Eagles are, they're in good hands next year at running back. I think. Zach Till, I guess right there wasn't the greatest example, but he broke the first tackle in the backfield and was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 2nd and 10. Zach is just one of the most aggressive, he's just physical and aggressive. He plays like this in practice, too. He's had to, coaches have gotten on to him for being too physical in practice. Well, it's not just him, obviously. It's not like he's just going out and hitting everybody while everyone's just, trying to play slow. But he's a physical guy, and this is the sport for him. Especially in, a town like Hennessey. I'm sure he's physical enough for, a sport like hockey. But we live in Oklahoma, and we live in a small town in Oklahoma. So football is his sport. He encourages contact. He plays hard. He runs hard. He hits hard. Millwood, goodness. 40-13 over OCS. I'm scared for what next week is going to hold. We'll see what the Eagles fare against Millwood, but they have to survive this game first. I was told it would lock in a playoff spot, and maybe I just heard wrong. But it will not quite lock it in. It will make it very, very, very probable. And Titan falls After a 1-yard gain, it'll be a 3rd and 9. But it makes it to where, like, Alva has to beat OCS next week. Quite frankly, I don't see that happening. And then Newkirk has to beat Blackwell, which they will, I assume. And then they'd have to beat Hennessey. Like, it's not like it's like, okay, 99% chance Eagles are in the playoffs, but it's a really good chance. So it'll be a 3rd and 9 from the 37. We will check your scores around 2A. Luther beating Meeker at halftime, 34-30. Game's going a little slow. Washington beating Purcell 40-0. Jones beating Chandler 27-7. What other games do I want to read? Okay, these are not updated. I think it might just be my phone. Okay, never mind. Luther beating Meeker 60-56. Jones beating Chandler 34-7. That's your final. And flag on the play. Chisholm finally gets a win. They didn't get one last year. They hadn't got one this year until this game. I don't know what they did in 2020, but they had, at the very least, been on a 17-game losing streak until they finally win 7-0 over Blackwell this week. So Blackwell and Chisholm now are tied in wins, 1-7. But Chisholm will be over Blackwell in the district rankings. And Titan's going to take it. Titan breaks it out. And Titan down the sideline. Titan Hicks. There is the record. Titan Hicks. 7 rushing touchdowns. And you know what he told me before the game? I walked up to him. I asked, yo, how many touchdowns today? And he said 7. And I laughed. And I told him, I was like, oh, yeah, you want me to say that on the broadcast? And he was like, oh, no. And he did it. Titan Hicks sets the record for rushing touchdowns. I believe that was a 58-yard rushing touchdown. It looks like it. So, the recap for Titans rushing touchdowns, and maybe he's not done. So far, 4 1-yard rushing touchdowns, 1 5-yard rushing touchdown, 1 45-yard rushing touchdown, and 1 58-yard rushing touchdown. I think 56-yard rushing, regardless. Titan Hicks, as a freshman, breaks the record for most rushing touchdowns in a game by an Eagle, with 7, breaking Tabor John's 2014 record of 6. And maybe I'm being told wrong, but I kind of overheard that from Patrick Griffin. Yeah. I mean, that's... Yeah, okay. Patrick said it again. So, it is indeed the record for Hennessey. That actually ties the all-purpose touchdown record of 7 versus the same Alva team in 2019. So if Titan is able to tack on 1 more touchdown, he will basically have, like, especially if it's a rushing touchdown, have the greatest rushing game in Hennessey history, and he's a quarterback. So yeah, and the kick will go out of bounds. But the thing is, like, I think you call. Is it the? I don't know, because I don't know yardage on, like, you know, the top rushing touchdown games of all time for the Eagles. 7 rushing touchdowns out of your quarterback is wild, but only 2 of them were over 5. Like, 5 of them were just quarterback powers for under 5 yards, and 1 of them was for 5 yards. 5? 4 or 5? Yeah, 4 rushing touchdowns from literally 1 yard. He has 4 rushes for 4 yards for 4 touchdowns. win at the 1, I guess. I don't know. Regardless, that's your record. And he could have the most all-purpose if they are able to tack on one more. It is 50-32. They have an 18-point lead. I just see it very, very improbable that Alva is able to make a comeback. But nothing is impossible. As Drake Wharton cuts it out to the left sideline, Drake Wharton is brought down by Jacob Johns. Oh, wait. Looks like Brandon and someone on Alva getting into it a bit. That's Dalen Malone. First and 10 from the 45. And he is sacked. A lot of Eagles. The first one in there, I believe, was Sebastian Gonzalez. Maybe it was Jessen. I don't know. I just saw the last one out of the pile was Seabass. I don't know who got back there first. I saw like 4 Eagles. But regardless, it's a quarterback sack. And that may just spell any even possible chance of an Alva comeback. I find it. And Wharton, though. Okay. Drake Wharton will not be brought down. Kevin Trillo finally brings him down inside the 20. I feel like I just have to just not talk. Like, I feel like I just stand up here. Because every time I say, like, I just jinx it every time. I remember Sprayberry got mad at me a few times because I'm like, because I say something that's like, oh, Eagles having a lot of touchdown. Oh, Eagles haven't been shut out this season. And then, yeah. And good ball. There's no way he gets in. Yes, he does. Wow. He run a corner out on that right side. That was Philip Randall. And then made one miss. And then juked off another. And Alva scores. So now, if they tack on the 2-point, it's a 10-point comeback in 2 minutes. So they're going to have to go for, an onside kick. Score with enough time that they can score again and get another onside kick. So it's still crazy unlikely, but if the Eagles just allow them to run for 40 yards every single play and not be able to stop them, and then they run a play action, and they run a corner route or a cross route, and he's wide open, I guess it definitely isn't impossible, but he does not get the 2-point. Oh, no, he did. Wow. I did not think he stretched in, but he did. So it is indeed going to be a 10-point comeback tasked for Alva in 2 minutes. I think this is the most points Eagles have given up all year. I can check that. I don't think they gave up this many points to crossings. Yeah, they gave up 38 to crossings and 35 to OCS. So, Alva has put up the most points on the Eagles this year. The score is an even 50-40. Oh, that continues the Eagles' streak of scoring 50 points or more. With 63, 61, and now 50. So they've put up over 70 points? About 173 points in the last 3 games, which is nuts. I think Titan had 8 rushing touchdowns coming into this game. And he has 7 in this game. And okay. It is recovered by Seth Simonek. And that makes the comeback 4 times harder precisely for Alva. Be cool if Titan rushes just for one more. First and 10 from the 49-yard line. going to be a handoff to Seabass. He gets out to the right sideline, and Seabass with a 10-yard carry. That I think is going to be a first down and 10. Yes, he will be. Good run for Seabass. Getting him going offensively would mean a lot going into the next 2 games and hopefully the playoffs. I think I said that earlier. First and 10 now from the 40-yard line. Letting the clock tick down. Alva has 1 timeout remaining. If they want to get 8 touchdowns, Seth is being pressed with no deep safety. Oh my goodness. I just called it. And there's a flag. Unfortunate. Because Seth got separation. With a good ball, that would have been the record right there. But offsides on the offense. Unfortunate, so it's going to be a first and 15. Randall's not backing off of Seth. So if you wanted to, you could just run the same play, except there is a safety this time, although I just don't know his ability to be able to tackle Seth. They're going to run quarterback power to the left side. He's going to get not a lot of yards, and there is going to be another flag. And it's going to be a holding. Ugh. Yep. They're going to be brought back to like a first and 25 now. A minute 30 left. Goodness. Oh no. It's going to be point of infraction. So it's going to be a first and I'll wait till the scoreboard tells me so I don't get it wrong. First and 27. It's going to be a slant to Seth. And he will get inside the 40. It would be a 2nd and 8. So literally those penalties did not matter. 2nd and 7 from the 43. After the 20-yard gain on the slant. And Titan is sacked. Lance Mathers. Under 50 seconds left now. 4th quarter taken down. We'll see if the Eagles go into, a knee formation. Or if they just say, hey, let's lob one up to Seth. See if Titan can get 8. But seems like, yep, they're going to take a knee. And the Eagles win on pinkout, 50-40. They had a 20-point lead following the first drive of the 3rd quarter. It was then cut down to a 2-point lead. It was 28-26, and then we have gotten to 50-40 somehow. Titan Hicks, 7 rushing touchdowns, the Hennessey record, if I haven't said it enough. 4 1-yard touchdowns, 1 5-yard touchdown, 1 45-yard touchdown, 1 58-yard touchdown. The Eagles defensively, in the first half, great. In the second half, gave up 32 points. And that was, did they give up 32? Yeah, I think 32. Something like that. And that was with the Eagles with Alva not getting a single 2-point, getting 1 2-point conversion. So the Eagles just, in the second half, defensively. They will definitely look to limit that. But it has been a great game here in Hennessey. It'll be senior night next week versus Millwood. Thank you for watching. I'm Taylor Ladwig. Your cameraman, or camerawoman, tonight was Valerie Holguin. And we will see you next week versus Millwood. Have a good night.